Good evening. It's Wednesday night. Time for another Facebook Live. I'm going to get my laptop. I was trying to create one more card before I came on to show you one of my favorite Stampin' Up! Things that's retiring. And so I'm a couple minutes late, but hopefully you will find me. Hey, Nancy. But I wanted to make a card with new Designer Series paper. So I'll show you that at the end. Hey, buddy. I'm just getting on my laptop so I can share the video there. But while we're doing this, I've been sharing my top 10 things that are retiring from Stampin' Up! And if you've shopped with Stampin' Up! For a while, you know that they get rid of almost all of their Designer Series paper every time. And they do such a fabulous job of, hey Allison, of creating Designer Series paper. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. That match the stamp sets. The colors coordinate with the cardstock. I mean, their Designer Series paper is absolutely beautiful. So that's what I'm going to show, and I've got several samples to show you. We're going to make this card, and so somebody will get this card. I will draw, and I didn't have time to draw for last week's. Last week's was this brushed blooms card that we did that was sparkly. So I will draw for that after I get off the video. Where my laptop is slowly coming to life. So we'll get it going. All right, we're almost there. So some of these I used stamps and ribbon that were retiring. Some of them I didn't. So I'll try and remember to tell you as I'm showing you all of them what's retiring and what's not. All of the Designer Series paper I'm showing you tonight is retiring, except for the sneak peek of the new one at the very end. This stamp set is not retiring. This ribbon is not retiring, which I'm so glad. It's this beautiful, gorgeous grape sheer ribbon. It's hard to see. I'll show you when we get ready to do this card. This lace embossing folder is retiring. And I'm showing you two different layouts. So this is what I'm calling landscape, or the horizontal one. I'm also going to show you some samples with vertical. And I will put the measurements for both on my blog at the end of this, so you know which one, so you know what to do for each one. All right, we're almost there. Let me share this real quick. All right. Whoops. There we go. All right, we're sharing it now. Now we can get started. So this paper is the gorgeous hydrangea paper. So it's absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of different, I showed you, I think it was Monday, I showed you using some of the shimmer paint with one of those pieces from this Designer Series paper. Absolutely gorgeous paper. Like I said, the stamp set is not retiring, and the ribbon is not. But the Designer Series paper is, and this embossing folder. So these are super quick and easy cards, and I will share all my dimensions like I said. All right, let me set that aside. So I have pre-cut these, and I'm trying to keep them in order. You don't have to, but I like them to, line up so that when I put them, apart, it still looks continuous. So I've tried to keep those in order. And then this is the embossing folder I was telling you about. It's the lace. I think it's called lace. It's retiring. All right, so let's get busy. First, like I said, this is super quick and easy. I'm just going to kind of lay these on here. This is the horizontal or the landscape version. And so you've got a little space over here, which I don't mind. I think that the sentiment kind of balances it out, and I like the way that you can see some of the embossing folder behind it. And when I'm adhering paper to embossed, I use the Tombow liquid glue. Make sure I stay where you can see what I'm doing. I had to open a new one. The last one just finally gave out. So I'm just going to start on this end and just put it a little bit from the edge. And this is a very deeply embossed, so you definitely want to use your Tombow liquid glue, or you could use your Snail Plus. I don't know that the snail would adhere as well. It would probably come off. Not snail, seal. Sorry, Seal Plus. All right. And then our last, don't do that. Our last piece, just like that. And then you can kind of, this one, you may not notice it as much as you would in some others, but you can kind of see that it continues across. All right. Now we're going to do our stamping. Grab my stamps. And these are both from the hydrangea set, which is not retiring. The stamp set is not retiring. I just have a scrap of white, basic white. And so I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Gorgeous Grape. That's what this cardstock was. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Gorgeous Grape. And I'm using my piercing mat just because these are photopolymer. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch it first. So the punch I'm using is this one, which I've forgotten the name of it, but it is retiring. I do too, Allison. Purple is my favorite color anyway, and these two look beautiful together. All right, so now we've got, and I'm actually gonna put my pierce mat underneath. And then I've just got some little flowers from this set. It's like the little outline of flowers. And now I have Highland Heather. And I'm actually going to stamp it off before I stamp it on. I'm going to stamp it in this corner. How did I do that? It doesn't matter, but. And then stamp it off again and stamp a little bit over here. It just adds a little more texture to it. And that's all the stamping we're doing. Now, I'm sure you could make these cards, you know, pretty elaborate, but we're going for the quick and easy version tonight. All right, so now I have some ribbon. Let me see. Well, let me see how long it is. So I can put that in the dimensions for you. There's 12. So it looks like it's about 17 inches. And I'll put that in the dimensions. So before you adhere this to your card base, you want to wrap your ribbon around it. And I'm just tying it in a knot. And this sheer ribbon is very easy to tie. And if you've never learned this trick, let me just tell you, you want to make sure the same leg of your ribbon is going over the top each time. So I'm putting the left over the right, and then that's this piece. So I'm going to turn around and put that, let me get over here a little bit so I have a little bit even, and put that same piece over the top of the other one. So you do left over right, right over left. That keeps the same piece of ribbon on top. And that will make it so that it comes out going straight across like this and not sideways. I don't remember who taught me that, but somebody taught me that. And then we'll trim these down a little bit. And we'll scoot this down. Once we've got it tied, we can move it down wherever we want. We'll scoot it down so it's not right in the middle. And then we'll scoot it over to the left. And now we can put this on our card base, which is Highland Heather. Yay for a knot and no bow. I know, Betty's favorite things is bows. No, it's not. All right, so we have our Highland Heather card base. We're going to get our green Tombow liquid glue again. And put this on. And just center it right there. And then we'll take our sentiment, my adhesive scissors, and I am just using up the edges of my dimensionals. These are actually edges of mini dimensionals, but do not throw away these edges. They are perfectly good to use still. And sometimes if you have like if I was putting this whole piece up, I didn't hold my liquid glue long enough. If I was putting this whole piece up on dimensionals, you could actually take a whole side and use it for your dimensionals on that. Okay. And I'm putting them in the corners so it'll kind of straddle the ribbon. I don't know if I got, nope, I didn't get that one. And then we will just put that in the middle. I like to put it so that it's on both the cardstock and the designer series paper. And that's it. That's our card. Now you could add Wink of Stella. You could take that piece that we put the frost paint on and cut it and do it like this. That would be gorgeous. Like I said, there's a lot of different things you could do, but let me show you some of the other cards I made using this same layout. Excuse me. So this one is using the Snailed It paper and stamp set. This stamp set is retiring in the dies. So again, some cute designer series paper. This is the twine combo that goes with it. So it's white and Blushing Bride twine. So I just took 2 of them. Thank you, ladies, and put them together. So that one. I think this one is my favorite. This is the Sea and Sand stamp set, but the designer series paper is retiring. This ribbon is retiring. This is using the Tasteful Textiles, so that's not retiring, thankfully, because we love that. But I just love the colors in this one, I think. This is Seaside Spray, which is retiring and probably already gone, I think. All right, so I should leave them over here. This one is with the ice cream, sweet ice cream sweet. The stamps are not retiring. This is the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. That's retiring. This punch is retiring. This ribbon, which is Blackberry Bliss, it's kind of a sheer striped. It's hard to see, but maybe you could see it on there. Gorgeous ribbon. That's retiring, unfortunately. But we get new stuff. All right. This one, this is using, I wanted to show you this. This one and the next one are using this stamp set called Strong and Beautiful, and it's got some great sentiments in it. I'm not sure I'm going to give that one up because I can see me making cards for my mom, for my sisters. But this is the art gallery paper, and this is the Mossy Meadow ribbon, whatever you call it, that goes with the Dragonfly suite. But it went well with this green in here. So this says, God made you my mother, love made you my friend. But it's got some really nice sentiments. So I use that on this card and this last one also. This is the Ornate Garden paper and the ribbon that goes with it. I cherish you, my true friend. I know I can always count on you. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so these were the horizontal one, the vertical ones, or portrait. And then these were the horizontal ones, or landscape. So lots, it does not take, you saw, it doesn't take long to make these cards at all. Very easy to do, and they turn out stunning. Who wouldn't want to get one of these? All right, are you ready for the sneak peek now? This one is using both a stamp set and designer series paper that are coming out in the new catalog. Are you ready? Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Look at those flowers. It's so beautiful. The paper is called Hand Pinned. Isn't that nice? And then the stamp set is hand pinned petals. So there you go. There's your sneak peek of new stuff. So I will continue to show you some of my favorite things that are retiring. I don't want anybody to miss out on anything that will be gone soon. And I don't know what I will show you tomorrow. I need to figure that out still. And tomorrow night, several of you are coming to my house. It's called On Tour. It was supposed to be in person locally, but they're still being careful, and so it's going to be virtual. But several of the ladies are coming to my house, and we're going to get to watch videos and see people use new stuff and give us some ideas of how to use some of the new products that are coming out. So, and we'll do a little make and take with some new stuff. So I'm excited for that tomorrow night. Again, I will post both the horizontal and the vertical, or the landscape and the portrait dimensions on my blog after this, and I'll share these pictures on there too, so you can see what they all look like up close. And I'll draw for this card that we made next week. I'll draw for that. I'll draw for the one from last week right after this, because I forgot to do it beforehand. Okay, I think that's it. If I can help you with anything, you can find me at www.creatingwithcindy.com. Or creatingwithcindy@gmail.com if you need to send me an email. All right. Thank you, ladies, for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye.